Greetings, YouTube. Once again, I have heard from those of you who are Conqueror and who say, Prof, I know you're Cavalier. I know you care about Uncollected, but do not forget about us. We still need to know the best and worst values in our store. And I say to you, yes, you do. And here we go. So, I assume everybody, because I haven't heard anything different, all got 15,000 doubloons for logging in. All players, from the blubberiest of whales to the freest of free-to-play players. So that always comes up with the first two bundles, which are priced consistently at half that, or you can get two of them. And, if I'm thinking about how I started the game at Conqueror, I remember, because I am so old and I played this game for so long, Tier 4 Basic, when I first saw them in a deal, it was like $50 for one. And then we thought it was crazy when it went to $30, and then $20, and then, oh my gosh, Kabam's giving them away if they're $10. Now they're priced at like $2, maybe. But at the same time, if you're a Conqueror, it's very hard to get them. And you also get half a 4-star, which ain't, irrelevant, for free. So I like this 7,500 doubloon value for Conqueror players. I think I'm going to give it a B. Now we're going to move from that to here. And you think about how hard it is to go from here to how hard it is to go from here. Tier 1 alphas, not the easiest to get still. And 1,000 5-star shards, definitely not easy. I gotta say, a free 1,000 5-star shards in Tier 2 alpha, or Tier 1 alpha, golly, wouldn't that be amazing with Tier 2 alpha? I'm gonna give this a B+. I like both these for Conqueror players, just objectively speaking. And I might choose to double dip and get half of each. If I have 15,000 doubloons and I cannot afford a penny on this game, I am gonna buy one of these and one of these. Or if I really want to shoot for the moon, I'll buy two of these. But I think a combination of both for rank up materials, you'll obviously get a 4-star faster than a 5-star. It's a good value. I applaud Kabam. They're really trying to get people to retain their commitment and, dare I say, addiction to this game. And so they want to keep newer players interested and happy. And this is definitely achieving that goal. Now we go to this bundle. This is a third 7,500 doubloon. A Tier 1 alpha and a Tier 4 basic. If that's a B+, and that's a B, I mean, for guaranteed value, I think this is an A. This is an A value for you guys and gals. Because there's no 5-star gamble, there's no 4-star gamble. It's just rank up materials that are probably pretty dang hard to get. I mean, I look at this guy. Also, shout out to Pooper500. He might have a crappy name, but he was a big help. Level 39, you've got 8 Tier 1 alphas and 1 Tier 4 basic. I'd snatch up two of these to get 2 more Tier 4 basic. You're going to need 3 of those to take up a 4-star to rank 4, and you're certainly going to need 5 more for a total of 8 to take a 4-star up to rank 5, which is kind of where your progression probably is sitting at. Now we go straight to 20,500, huge jump up in price. Not even a 4-star crystal, but you do get a Tier 4 class selector, class catalyst selector, which the biggest struggle for you Conqueror players is getting that 4-star to rank 5. I get it. And Tier 4 class catalyst crystals suck because they will not give you the class of your choice. If you are struggling and you know that you just need one more skilled Tier 4 class catalyst to take that Aegon to rank 5, or you just need one more mutant to take that Awakened Omega Red to rank 5, I like this. I like this a lot. I'm going to give it a B+. I wish that it was a 4-star crystal, 2,000 shards worth. That would give it at least an A-, so that's why it's a B+ and not higher. But I love that it's a Tier 4 class catalyst selector. And again, I think they're doing a good job of retaining newer players. All right, jump up in price. Almost half of a Tier 2 alpha. Really, it should be 18,000, and still the Tier 4 class catalyst selector. Now, it's a jump of 15,000, right, doubloons? And that 15,000 replaces the 1,500 4-star shards with a Tier 2 alpha. Now, you're only going to care about Tier 2 alpha if you want to take a 5-star to rank 4. And for a lot of these players, you don't have a good 5-star yet to take up. So at this point, you're going to have other opportunities to get Tier 2 alpha, especially once you become uncollected. So I think it's a smarter value to go with that, believe it or not. Unless you're ready and you're almost on the precipice of taking that 5-star to rank 4 even before uncollected, and that'd be a pretty amazing progression, then I say go for this. That's like a B- value. All right, now you get a 4-star Nexus Hero Crystal and 50 4-star Signature Stones. Fascinating for 37,500, the same price. And I got to say, this would have helped me a lot starting out. And I like the 50 Signature Stones. It would have been even cooler if they had given a Signature Stone Max Crystal, but 50 is still a lot for 4 stars. In fact, I'm sure there are some people who are uncollected who are like, I could use that. I think the price is reasonable. I don't think any of these have been bad deals so far. I'm going to give it another B+. Yeah, absolutely. All right, now you are doubling the price to $75,000, and you're losing the value. This is the first WTF offer. The Legendary Crystal is a 20% gamble at a 5-star. Not worth it. Now, the Rank Up Gem saves you 3 Tier 4 Class Catalyst. No, it doesn't. It saves you 3 Tier 4 Basic. The 3 Tier 4 Class Catalysts going from Rank 4 to Rank 5. You can tell I'm delirious after looking at so many of these deals for the last 2 hours. I don't think this is nearly as good of a value at all. This is a gamble. If you could get 2 of these for the price of 1 of these, just keep in mind, you could max, if you have an Awakening Gem especially, you could max sig a 4-star of your choice and then get an additional 4-star, which is your control, or you can gamble on an overpriced 4-star, which most Legendary Crystals are just overpriced 4 stars, and a Rank Up Gem that's not going to substitute any Tier 4 Class Catalyst. I'm going to give this a D- grade. This is definitely a step down and the worst value we've seen so far in the Conqueror store. Now, there's the Awakening Gem. It's a generic. It also gives you half a 5-star. I think $150,000 is actually a pretty fair price for this, given that it's only twice as much as this trash. I'm going to give this a B+. I wish for you players that you could get a fully formed 5-star, but then again, Conqueror, it's so hard to get 5-star shards that 5,000 is going to be huge. And then you get maybe some login calendar or some, monthly event quest. I can see the big appeal of this. But I will tell you that normally you should be able to get a generic Awakening Gem for about 800 units. So I get why this is appealing, but I probably would like to see this at 100,000 instead of 150. Now we're jumping to the 300,000, a Tier 2 Alpha, and a 5-star class-based Awakening Gem. So this is the super thirsty price tag for this one, and I do believe, that this is the highest price. So it's interesting. We're seeing price tags of a couple $100 for that generic 5-star Awakening Gem for uncollected and Cavalier, and it's almost like for Conqueror, they're saying, we know you're not used to spending money on us yet, so we're going to ease into these prices and not give you that $200 price tag, because this is, at least for the other 2 grades, about a little less than $100,000 or $100 or 300,000 worth. Obviously, I wish it was generic, but you can't expect that for Conqueror players. If you don't have a 5-star that you need to awaken, and you don't have a 5-star that you need to take up to Rank 4, you're going to get these materials in other places eventually. If you care right now about becoming uncollected and you really need that 4-star God Tier Champ to Rank 5, I just think you pass on that. You get this, which you can limit 4 of these. So you can actually get 2 generic Awakening Gems and a 5-star Crystal for the same price as a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal and a Tier 2 Alpha. And you need 4 Tier 2 Alpha, keep in mind, to take a 5-star to Rank 4. So I think it's much smarter to do 2 of these than 1 of these. Absolutely. And you can do up to 4 of those, which is pretty crazy. And skip this trash. This thing makes a dumpster fire look like a bouquet. But the rest, I really like this one. Really, really like this one. 4-star Nexus Crystal. This might be an A, the highest A value for Conqueror players. And then besides that, it's nice to get a Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selector. Wish there was at least 3,000 more to make it half a Tier 2 Alpha. And then I like that this one's a low price, but you get that Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selector. It's hard to find for Conqueror players a better value to get your hands on the right Tier 4 class of your choice than this. And then, like I said, this is the one that you have 2 guaranteed rank ups. This one, you get 10% of a 5-star. And then this one, 25% of a 4-star. But I think for Conqueror players overall, Kabam did really well. And I think in general, what you have to realize is that in order to continue to grow the game, they've got to attract new people to the game. And if I started this right now, thinking about all the side quests and daily calendars and Glory Store, I was overwhelmed because there was an Alliance quest and an Alliance war. That was overwhelming to me. Now you've got daily quest, event quest, story quest, Alliance quest, Alliance war, side quests. I mean, it's great if you know what you're doing, but if you're expecting to just do some basic fights in a game and you open it up thinking you're going to get basic edition, instead you get Calculus 4, you might just be overwhelmed and quit out and download, Angry Birds. So, Conqueror players, I think Kabam did you justice. I know you might like to see more 5-star shards or maybe more 4-star shards, but the prices are pretty fair, especially for these intro offers. And I think you at least have a couple of awesome free chances to get a couple of tier 1s, couple of tier 4s. That'll go a long way to your progression, and that's why I do these videos, to help you progress as fast as possible. And maybe there's another store, but we've done Conqueror now, we've done Uncollected, and we have done Cavalier. So I might finally be able to rest and jump on about 6 consecutive Zoom calls now with my students. I am going to purchase. I looked at my budget. I looked at the values. I'm going to purchase 2 Odin's worth, and I'll talk about this early evening what I'm going to spend that on. So we're going to do 2 Odin's worth of doubloons, and I'll let you know what I spend it on in that video. But until then, good luck to everybody who is making purchases. Be smart. Be frugal. If you can't afford it, don't get it, but at least use up your 15,000 free doubloons, because those are, like I said, free. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one, and thanks again to the Summoner for passing these along.